some breaking news coming in at this hour.
Oh my god! 我太监里面先丢掉，放着，
好久哦。
喂，放地上，放地上，
好可怕，好可怕！下烂呢！
你看我是不是要回去啊？
你不要走，你现在不要移动。
对啊，你不用走啊。
哦，我要坐，怎么那么久啊？
那在那个温泉的人怎么办？
对啊，好久哦。
Oh my god! Oh my god! 我太监里面先丢掉，放着，
好久哦。
喂，放地上，放地上，
好可怕，好可怕！下烂呢！
你看我是不是要回去啊？
你不要走，你现在不要移动。
对啊，你不用走啊。
哦，我要坐，怎么那么久啊？
那在那个温泉的人怎么办？
对啊，好久哦。
Oh my god! Oh my god! 我太监里面先丢掉，放着，
好久哦。
Japan was struck on December 8, 2025 by a magnitude 7.6 earthquake off Aomori Prefecture, prompting tsunami warnings up to 3 meters and mass evacuations. Meanwhile, the U.S. West Coast has seen heightened seismic activity, including a magnitude 7.0 quake near Yakutat, Alaska on December 6 with hundreds of aftershocks. At the same time, the sun released an X-class solar flare on December 8th, raising questions about whether solar activity influences earthquakes. NASA and USGS emphasize that no proven causal link exists. Earthquakes are driven by tectonic forces, not solar storms. Still, some researchers explore correlations between geomagnetic disturbances and seismic timing.
And a powerful magnitude 7.6 earthquake has struck off the eastern coast of Aomori Prefecture around 11:40 p.m. local time, triggering tsunami warnings and urgent evacuation calls across northern Japan. Authorities are warning that tsunami waves of up to 3 meters could hit coastal areas of Aomori, Iwate, and Hokkaido, and are urging residents to move immediately to higher ground and to stay away from the shoreline. Now, according to the Japan Meteorological Agency, the quake occurred at a depth of about 50 kilometers off the east coast of Aomori, shaking a wide area of northern and eastern Japan. Japan, sitting atop the volatile ring of fire, is no stranger to seismic fury. The nation has endured some of the world's most devastating quakes, from the catastrophic 2011 magnitude 9 Tohoku earthquake and tsunami to the deadly Kobe disaster in 1995 and the repeated jolts that shake Hokkaido and northern Honshu every few years. The latest tremor is another reminder of the country's permanent vulnerability, where megathrust quakes can erupt with little warning.
This is GenSpark. It's like having a full-stack team in one workspace. Watch this. Build me a professional consulting website Okay, that's a professional, fully functional working website in literally a few minutes. I went from idea to launch-ready business in under an hour. No switching between apps, no learning curve, just pure execution. How GenSpark let me follow my spark instead of getting buried in busy work. You need to try this.
In just days, over $4 billion in tourism funds has really evaporated, and fears of a catastrophic mega earthquake predicted for July 5th are driving people to flee, stockpile supplies, and brace for a possible disaster. Here's more.
The air in Japan crackles with an almost unbearable tension. With only hours remaining until July 5th, a viral manga prophecy predicting a devastating megaquake has gripped the nation, turning anticipation into palpable dread. Eerily, recent earthquakes have been detected at the exact location foretold in the comic book. While the Japan Meteorological Agency urges calm, the chilling coincidence has already inflicted a staggering $4 billion loss in tourism, leaving a nation on edge and bracing for a potential apocalypse. The chilling narrative began with Ryo Tatsuki's manga The Future I Saw, a work that gained notoriety for seemingly accurate past predictions, including the devastating 2011 Tohoku tsunami.
A lot of buyers of The Future I Saw, the customers who visit our shop, are young people. So of course, as July approached, the information about it spread on social media, mainly on TikTok. But it seems to be selling as word spreads.
Now, an updated edition points to July 5th, 2025 as the date for another catastrophic event. A massive tsunami triggered by an underwater rupture between Japan and the Philippines, with waves potentially 3 times higher than those seen in 2011. The economic fallout is already severe. Fear-stricken tourists, particularly from Hong Kong, have cancelled flights and hotel bookings en masse, resulting in an estimated $4 billion in losses for Japan's vital tourism sector. Airlines have slashed routes and a massive drop in foreign tourists.
The rumors have had a significant impact, cutting our Japan-related business by around 50%. However, the demand for other destinations such as mainland China and Southeast Asia has grown.
I think for me, the most important thing about traveling is safety. Hearing this prediction, I would also try my best to avoid going to Japan during July and August. If possible, I might delay my trip and go after September.
Now the manga drew the epicenter near Tokara, the exact place where over 1,000 earthquakes were registered this week, forcing Japanese authorities to order evacuations on the remote island. The fault zone is long feared by real-world geologists. Japanese authorities have warned that there is an 80% chance of a magnitude 9 earthquake originating from the Nankai Trough, an 800-kilometer trench that runs parallel to the coast of southern Japan, occurring before 2055. The eerie similarity between the prophecy and the multiple quakes are worrying for many. Is it coincidence or something more? Science is fighting back against superstition. The Japan Meteorological Agency has stepped in, branding the viral prophecy a hoax and urging citizens not to heed rumors.
The famous astronomer Carl Sagan, he once said that extraordinary claims should require extraordinary evidence. But These predictors are making extraordinary claims with the flimsiest of flimsy evidence. Basically none at all.
For now, Japan holds its breath. Is this the day fiction becomes fate? Or just another chapter in the country's long history of seismic survival?
Well, a prophecy that sparked panic, a clock that counted down to disaster, and then, well, nothing. As Japan braced for a massive quake predicted by a manga artist on 5th of July, the country woke to stillness not shaking. But while the viral prediction turned out to be false, it's reigniting a very real conversation about fear, facts, and how prepared Japan really is for the next big one. Here's our full report on that story.
People held their breath. As the hour passed, the sun rose, Japan awoke not to tremors but to silence. Relief swept the nation, but experts warn the threat isn't over. The earth did not crack open. The sea did not rise at 4:18 a.m. on July 5th as predicted. A manga artist's viral prophecy of a catastrophic earthquake predicted to erupt from the depths of the Pacific between Japan, Taiwan, and the Philippines failed to materialize. The forecast had fueled mass speculation, flight cancellations, and endless social media chatter. What made this prediction so viral and scary to many is the fact that about 1,000 earthquakes rattled the Tokara Island chain south of the Kyushu region in Japan. But when the clock struck, nothing came. The viral prophecy failed. There was no megaquake or tsunami. Yet beneath the surface of relief lies a deeper truth. Science says Japan isn't out of danger. Geologists and disaster agencies quickly stepped in to calm the hysteria while reaffirming a more pressing reality. Japan remains one of the most quake-prone countries in the world. Japan's meteorological agency reminded citizens that while manga can't predict earthquakes, seismic activity is constant and sometimes sudden. The agency called any such prediction a hoax and disinformation. In August last year, the agency issued its first-ever megaquake advisory, warning of a 70 to 80% chance of a magnitude 8 or 9 quake along the Nankai Trough within 30 years. The alert came after a magnitude 7.1 quake struck near the western edge of the trough, significantly raising the risk of a much stronger event. While the prediction of the cartoonist popularly known as the new Baba Vanga failed, the hype and hysteria are slowly turning attention to what really matters: preparation over prediction. In 2 weeks from now, Japan will be voting for the upper house elections. The issue of disaster, preparedness, and management is slowly turning into a major policy issue. Every political party is promising to strengthen disaster response measures and promptly address issues related to aging infrastructure. Japan is one of the most seismically active nations on Earth, owing to its location on the Pacific Ring of Fire, where many tectonic plates meet. It experiences about 1,500 earthquakes each year. Japanese authorities say a prediction on earthquake is a hoax and disinformation. But can the exact timing of earthquakes be predicted?
The more than 1,500 earthquakes have rocked a small island region in Japan since June 24th, leaving residents exhausted and uncertain about what comes next. The hardest hit area, Okeseki Island, was struck by a 5.1 magnitude quake. But according to local officials, there has been no major physical damage report. Now, still, the relentless tremors have taken a toll. Nearly half of Akuseki's 89 residents have evacuated to the regional hub of Kagoshima, and others from nearby islands have also fled. Local mayor Genichiro Kubo says the tremors are causing significant stress, with many unable to sleep or feel safe in their homes.
Evacuations on a voluntary basis have been taking place. First on 4th of July, 13 people, followed by 6th July, 31 people left Akuseki Island, in total 44. As for Kodakara Island, 15 people were transported to Kagoshima on a ferry.
Now, the weekend evacuation was part of the country's voluntary bases evacuation plan. One evacuee told that he was praying for the safety of those who decided to stay and for the earthquakes to stop soon.
安全が確保できるところにちょっと避難できるっていうのは
It's a relief that we can evacuate to a place where it is safe. I pray for the safety of those who decided to stay and also for the earthquakes to stop soon.
災害もなく
And well, this isn't the first time the region has faced such turmoil. A similar episode occurred just last September when 346 quakes were recorded. Now, the recent waves of earthquakes in the region comes days after Japan braced for a massive quake predicted by a manga artist on the 5th of July, which later turned out to be a false alarm. Now, but the current swarm has also triggered a wave of misinformation, particularly online. Some foreign tourists have reportedly delayed travel to Japan, citing unfounded fears that a catastrophic quake is imminent. Fueling the panic was a viral manga comic reissued in 2021, which incorrectly predicted doomsday on July 5th. Well, Japan, of course, is no stranger to seismic activity. Sitting atop 4 tectonic plates in the Pacific Ring of Fire, the country experiences around 1,500 quakes every year, nearly 18% of the world's total.
Summary. Japan, 7.6 quake. Tsunami warnings, mass evacuations. West Coast, 7.0 Alaska quake plus aftershocks. Smaller tremors in California, Oregon, Washington. Solar flares, X-class eruption December 8th. No proven link to quakes, but ongoing research into correlations. Welcome to the Inner Circle. This isn't just a membership, it's a mission. You're supporting forensic truth, mythic blends, and ceremonial broadcasts that honor every moment. Members unlock exclusive enhancements, behind-the-scenes alerts, and direct access to the pulse of Scape news, and leading sponsor, Gold Rush Fever Specialty Coffee. Join us and help shape the signal. We thank you, and as always, stay safe. That's the latest from Scape News. We're live, we're watching, we thank you. Subscribe, like, share, and ring the bell so you don't miss what breaks next. Stay with us, we appreciate you, and as always, be safe.